Here are 5 tips to help you leave consulting and get into industry. I was a former management consultant, and when I left and got my job at FANG, I helped a lot of my colleagues and friends make the same move as their career coach. Over the past few years of helping people leave the big 3 consulting firms and the big 4 accounting firms, I've compiled these 5 proven tips that will help you leave consulting and get a job in industry. Not everyone wants to make partner, and when the timing is right for you to leave and get a job in industry, there are 5 things that you need to keep in mind. And the first is that you shouldn't focus too much on your industry equivalent job title. I've seen this as the biggest mental barrier for consultants when they want to get a job in industry, and the #1 reason that they decline really good job offers even though they can make more money and the scope of work is practically the same. The biggest misconception around job titles and levels is that you should stick around to get promoted and then move to industry. In reality, waiting for a promotion that's 6 months or even 1 year away doesn't benefit you a whole lot and isn't worth sticking at a job that you may be unhappy with. For example, a newly promoted manager will get the same job title and job as a high-performing senior because in industry, what really matters is time in role and the amount of impact that you can have at that level. Remember, it's what you've been able to accomplish at that level, not your job title when you leave consulting. The second tip to leave consulting is to subscribe to the CareerShakers YouTube channel to get more free career advice and to build your resume and LinkedIn around your specialty or focus area. This might be difficult to figure out right away because you've probably been placed on different types of projects and supported different clients in totally different industries. As a general rule of thumb, your specialty area is the type of project that you have done the most. Whether it's doing assessments, product analysis, data analysis, system implementations, process improvement, or project management, you need to be able to map your specialty and skill set to an equivalent job in industry and apply for those. Doing one type of project one time is not enough to build an entire career around and leave industry for. For my next tip, I highly recommend that you take time off, use vacation, or ride the bench when you are preparing and conducting your interviews. I can tell you from personal experience that working a 14-hour day, then trying to ace 5 on-site interviews the next day is probably not going to end well. And speaking of interviews, you're definitely going to want to avoid a lot of consultant jargon and buzzwords. This is the #1 reason that consultants get rejected in interviews when they want to get a job in industry. Anytime you use synergy, process improvement, transformation in an interview is when the interviewer is going to assume that you actually have no idea what you're doing and are just trying to use a fancy buzzword to cover up the fact that you actually don't know how to do this. And the final tip to leave consulting is that you really need to leverage your network of former managers, colleagues, and directors who have already left consulting and got a job in industry. Assuming that they liked working with you, this is going to be your #1 and easiest source for job opportunities. I know this sounds very obvious, and now that you've seen this in this video, what you need to start doing now is reconnect or maintain relationships with all of your managers and directors from all of your previous engagements. So if you haven't talked to a manager or director in a while, maybe now's the best time for you to reach back out and re-engage that person so you can get a referral later on. Now, as a bonus tip, I highly advise against soliciting referrals from clients that you currently work with on an engagement. Now, if these clients are actively trying to poach you, that's okay and a different story. Or if you've already left that project and now support a totally different client, that is okay too. You should always be mindful of your internal and external brand because if you don't get that job opportunity, you can end up burning a lot of bridges and you never know who in your firm may find out that you are trying to exit. So there you have 5 proven tips to help you leave consulting and get a really good job in industry. If you want to work with me to help make that career transition, please check out and sign up for a free session down with the link below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.